Howdy folks, it is almost Christmas time and I just thought I would lay a few fun wintertime drinks on you that you may or may not have seen before. Gotta get those sweet holiday clicks. Now if you're familiar with this channel, some of these will look familiar. If you're unfamiliar with the channel, welcome. I love you. First up is a favorite of mine, a future classic. It is an Amaro Latte with Campari and strawberry milk. To make this, we're just gonna whip up some strawberry quick. We're gonna add that to the milk frother. There are other ways to make this, but the milk frother works great. We're just gonna do 1.5 ounces of milk, 1.5 ounces of Campari. Should we put a little honey in it as well? Yeah, why not? All right, check that out. This foam, the foam is great. It smells amazing. Let's give it a taste. It's bitter, it's hot and bitter, but it's just cut with that little bit of honey, a little bit of that strawberry milk. This is a delight. I think Amaro lattes are just so great, like after dinner, fun, interesting, hot, warm hug of a drink. And don't forget to serve it with a spoon. That's so fun. Christmas. Now next up is another hot one. This idea came to me from everyone's favorite Instagrammer and jewel of Canada, Stefan Foisey. He saw all that Amaro Latte content I was making and thought, why don't we make a hot toddy in the milk foamer? Yeah, why don't we? Now I'm just gonna do a pretty standard hot toddy. We'll do some bourbon, a lemon, a little honey syrup, and some hot water. Throw it in the frother. Here we go. Hot toddy. I mean, it's hot. I can see it steaming. I decided to put a little allspice dram in this, just for fun. Cheers, nerds. Hot whiskey and lemon with honey. I mean, of course that's delicious. You're telling me you've never had a hot toddy? Really good. I don't know if this is an easier method than just pouring in hot water. I don't know. It's nice and hot. I guess one thing about hot toddies is you're pouring hot water into like the room temperature lemon juice and bourbon. Maybe it's getting cooled down from that almost right away. So, but this is heating all the elements. Try a hot toddy this season. Delicious. Now we got one more hot drink to make, a hot buttered chartreuse. That's right, hot buttered chartreuse is amazing. I will leave a link to my hot buttered chartreuse video if you want to learn about hot butter batter, but you can use whatever hot buttered rum batter recipe that you fancy. And you're gonna make hot buttered rum, but instead of rum, you're gonna use chartreuse. You know what also works? Tequila. Amazing. But Pete, what if I can't get chartreuse because of the monks? Don't worry, there's lots of alternatives. For this, I think I'll do a little genepi with some vegetal dashed in it because that worked out pretty well in that other video. And I think I'll do this in the normal hot water manner rather than use the frother. Back to the kitchen. All right, if you haven't tried hot buttered chartreuse, I don't know what you're waiting for, man. Hot buttered genepi might be better. It's a little sweeter, a little less intense. The vegetal, I think, adds a nice little zing to it. This is one of the best, like, wintertime things you can do. Go make hot buttered rum batter, but hot butter everything. I love it. But Uncle Pete, I don't want a hot drink. I want a stirred boozy drink served up. No worries, I got you. In Scandinavia, as my Scandinavian viewers like to point out, Aquavit is often served chilled, cold, during the holiday season. So I'm gonna revisit a drink from a while ago called the Dansk Dance Revolution. It's a riff on the Toronto using Aquavit and Gammel Dansk in place of rye and Fernet. But this time I'm gonna split the base between rye and Aquavit just to sort of tone down those Aquavit flavors that can be a little aggressive, and rye and Aquavit are a great combo. Let's mix it up. We did it. Dansk Revolution. The orange on there really is nice. It really complements the sort of the rye and Aquavit aroma of it. It's not super bitter. I think turning down the Aquavit and turning up the rye, like, it balances it out a little bit better for me. It's got like a nice Aquavit aftertaste, but it isn't like super in your face Aquavit, which I kind of like for right now. That Gammel Dansk is bitter, but it doesn't overwhelm this drink. I kind of love it. That is a lovely sipper. Now, we got one more to make for you. This time, it's gonna be a flip. Now, if you're watching this channel, you probably know what a flip is, but just in case, let me just say, it's a drink that has a whole egg in it. There are a lot of flips in the world, but I found that the ones I like best are pretty simple. This one I'm gonna make for you is one of my favorites. It's called the Black Flip, and I don't remember where it comes from. I looked it up. It's Meehan's Bartender's Manual. This is a good book. It's got a lot of techniques, a lot of stuff about spirits, about how to bartend, about how to open a bar, how to run a bar, but also a bunch of good drinks, including the Black Flip. By the way, check out this shirt. My friend designs them. He's got them for sale. He's also got Halloween themed shirts and Thanksgiving themed shirts. He's a really nice fellow. Help a guy out. Go buy a shirt. You need a shirt for Halloween, don't you? Now, the recipe I have calls for chocolate stout, but you can use any stout. I'm actually going to use a porter in mine because I happen to have that on tap at the moment. What you're going to do is use 2 ounces of stout, but we're going to swirl it around in the tin to sort of decarbonate it a little bit. Then we're going to get 1.5 ounces of rum. Now, the recipe I have calls for Blackstrap Rum, but I've been a little leery of Blackstrap Rum these days. It's not really a very well-defined category. So I went to the store and I got some Worthy Park 109. It's a higher proof, very dark rum that I feel like has the vibe of Blackstrap Rum. It's not called Blackstrap Rum, but it's gonna fill that role, but it could also be used for other things. So it'll be a little bit more versatile. It's a little bit more expensive than, say, Cruzan Blackstrap, but I think it's a little bit higher quality. Now, the recipe also calls for 1/2 ounce of simple syrup. I'm kind of running out of simple syrup, so I think I'm just gonna use maple syrup, but I think that's gonna be delicious too. Put in a whole egg. We're gonna dry shake it. We're gonna add ice and shake it for reals. And we'll grate a little nutmeg on top because it's the holidays. All right, our final drink, the Black Flip. Now, first of all, you need a pretty big glass to fit this. This is a big drink. It's also beautiful, like the foam is awesome, and also like a whole egg. Like this is like a decadent, like this is a crazy thing to do. It's definitely dessert. It's definitely, you know, once or twice a year. This isn't an everyday drink. All right, let's give it a try. It's so good. This really comes down. It comes down to the rum, a lot down to the rum. I've done this before with Cruzan Blackstrap, which is fine. It's pretty good, actually. It's Cruzan Blackstrap got this certain dryness to it, a certain, I don't know, it's got a certain quality that works well in this, but the Worthy Park also adds a little bit of a funkiness, just a slight Jamaican sort of quality to it, but a nice dry beer is what you need. You need like a dry stout. This dry porter is working out great. I have no problem with maple syrup. It's just, and the nutmeg on top just makes it all so like a delicious holiday dessert. I love it. Black Flip, give it a try. All right, hopefully that was entertaining and or informative. 5 slightly unusual holiday drink ideas. I hope everyone out there is having the December that you deserve, that you hoped for. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.